एप्लीकेशन उसका बनाओ, वो उसकी सारी प्रॉपर्टीज इनहेरिट करेगा. Another one is blockchain quality manager. This is, as the name suggests, his or her job is to ensure the quality, that the production and deployment of such blockchain-based networks are bug-free throughout the process. Fourth is blockchain project manager. Just like any other manager, his job is to manage the team, that if they're working good or not, if they are facing any problem. तो अभी क्वेश्चन आता है माइंड में कि ये प्रॉपर्टीज हैं क्या, ऐसी what are those properties which make blockchain so special. So I'll like just state them in very layman's term. There are many properties, but there are main three properties which make the blockchain technology to stand out from other technologies. These are decentralization, increased security, and increased personalization. Now we'll look how these properties will help in improving the currently existing systems, which are based on older tech. So, yeah, again another question comes in mind. ऐसी क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है अभी के जो सिस्टम है, सही तो चल रहे हैं? What are the vulnerabilities in current systems which are majorly formed on the principle of centralization, that we have to adapt another technology to improve them. So we'll come to that. First, we'll see two biggest application of blockchain in the future and now will be Web 3.0 and finance. So first we will see problems क्या क्या हैं, what are the problems in these fields. Then we'll move on to how blockchain solves these problems. So here we go. The current version of web is Web 2.0. जिस तरीके से हम इंटरेक्ट करते हैं पूरे वेब पे, इंक्लूडिंग फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, मेटा, we interact with on the web, is based on Web 2.0. Now Web 2.0 has some flaws, mainly three flaws, which are: it's centralized. All of your data, every user's data, is stored on a handful of central servers across the world, which are owned by big tech companies. This is a very big problem because this makes the company so powerful that they can exercise their right to, although it's illegal, but still they can use their power to use these data for their goodwill, for selling it to third parties, or as Google, Meta, and Amazon have been under allegations for the same. So, very big problem, centralization. Second point is less personalized. आजकल हमको लगता है हमारा सारा डेटा पर्सनलाइज्ड है, हमारा सारा कंटेंट पर्सनलाइज्ड है, बट लेट मी टेल यू, द कंटेंट वी सी टुडे is more marketed than personalized. See, as all of our data is stored on central server in the hands of some central big tech companies, they are like have all the power to, as I stated earlier, sell this. So the data और कंटेंट, हमने बहुत बार नोटिस किया है कि बहुत सारे रील्स, शॉर्ट्स हम ऐसे देखते हैं, हमको जरूरत, हमारी फीड वैसी है ही नहीं, पर वो हमारी फीड में क्यों आ रहे हैं? बिकॉज डेटा टुडे इज मोर मार्केटेड देन पर्सनलाइज्ड. ये हम रियलाइज नहीं करते हैं, पर हमारा ही डेटा यूज करके हमको ही मार्केट किया जा रहा है, जो कि गलत है. एंड दिस comes to our third point कि क्योंकि because all the data is stored at central servers, it's prone to theft. So what will be so special about Web 3.0? How will it solve these problems? Most of you might have guessed that we already discussed the properties of blockchain that are the exact opposites of the flaws in Web 2.0. So exactly, Web 3.0 follows the principles of blockchain. Therefore, it has these three very good main features. First is, as explained, decentralization. Damn those big tech companies, we are going to store our data in our nodes, which are almost close to infinite in number, spread across the world. Even if hacker or somebody tries to alter or manipulate the data in one, two, or even hundreds of nodes, we are able to save our data from falling into wrong hands. So how it's done? Short में बताता हूँ. It's done with the help of global consensus. Every In Bitcoin, every 10 minutes, and in other blockchain technologies, every n number of minutes or hours, there is a global consensus among all the nodes that all their data is matching or has it been manipulated with. So if there is any problem, कोई भी दिक्कत है अगर, so the malicious data is removed from those affected nodes and data security is ensured. Second is personalization. If data is not prone to theft, how will be it sold to third parties? And how will third parties target required audience? How will they market it? So data becomes more personalized and least marketed. And third is increased security. As I said, it's not stored on central servers and not in the hands of central big tech companies. It's distributed everywhere, decentralized. So yeah, these are the uh, dream of Web3. Now, how to implement these features? Obviously, the answer is blockchain. Using blockchain network, we inherit this property from the blockchain network and implement it in the web world. Now, coming to a second sector where the problems lie is the financial domain. Uh, इधर भी वही प्रॉब्लम सेंट्रलाइजेशन सेम प्रॉब्लम है सो व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम विद सेंट्रलाइजेशन मनी के पावर एक सेंट्रल अथॉरिटी के हाथ में देखे प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है देखते हैं सो विल स्टार्ट विद एन एग्जांपल for almost every country and almost all currencies they work like placing equivalent amount of gold in reserves uh, so as to print new currency notes or new currency tokens so as to justify their value. But there are some countries, for example, US is an exception to this case. In the late 1900s, they passed an act called Nixon Act. After this, US was exempted to put gold in their reserves for uh, justifying the value of US dollar. So theoretically, US government or US Federal Reserve Bank has the power to print any number of currency notes, any number of new tokens without the uh, judgment by any other authority rather than itself. So this is a very big problem. What is the problem? Central authority can issue currency notes or new currency tokens at any rate that it wants. This is not good for other countries which use protective measures. So the question again comes, then when is a currency considered good? When is a medium of exchange uh, good enough so that it cannot be manipulated by centralization? So there are the three basic criteria for that. First is total amount of tokens or total amount of currency notes that are in circulation or total that are to be printed has to be fixed or either regulated but not by a central authority. Second is it should have a fixed time of generation of new nodes. It shouldn't be like this that government can decide whenever to print more number of currency notes so as to increase its capital. And third is generation of new tokens is not governed by any central authority, as I stated before. So, does anybody knows a good example of this kind of currency or this kind of medium of exchange which follows all these three criteria? So I'll give a hint.
Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Huh, great observation, bro. Nice. That is obviously an application. There is also, huh? Yeah, go on. Okay. So I also have an example. This has been used since centuries, and we have been using it even before the currency notes were a thing for transactions. Now, any idea? Okay, so I'll give you the answer. Answer is gold. Gold follows all these three criteria. It has fixed amount, the amount that can ever be generated, fixed enough for a profitable value. Obviously, it can be generated in lab, but that's not profitable. Has a fixed time of generation of new tokens. New gold can only be mined at a fixed rate, almost constant rate. Third is its generation rate and its total number of tokens is not governed by any central authority. This is a very uh, good point. Therefore, gold has been used as a medium of exchange or as a currency for so many centuries and even millennia. So, what was the problem with gold? Why don't we use it anymore? Anybody? Okay. So the
It
problem
can
is,
be manipulated or it can be
हाँ
made impure.
हाँ ठीक है, but
That is a physical thing, so there can manipulation between two transactions.
हाँ standardization is tough. Nice, great point. Any other inputs?
Gold, rate of funding gold is decreasing.
Sorry.
The amount of gold available now, you said may be decreasing.
That is a point, but like its value increases if the demand supply decreases and demand increases. So that's how currency works. Similarly, Bitcoin also works. So that is not a mainstream problem, but yeah. Acha, it's gold easy to carry. Can you take it with you in the market for buying 10 rupees worth of chocolate? No, right? So gold is not easy to carry. It's a tedious form of transactions. That's why currency notes were introduced in the first place. Also, gold cannot be used to make small transactions. For example, worth 10 rupees, 5 rupees, 1 rupee. Gold cannot be used for that. So, if we can find a solution or we can make a currency which follows all three criteria, is easy to transact or carry or transfer from one bank account to another, and can be used for very small amount of transactions, that would be very good. So, to solve this problem, Satoshi Nakamoto, a Japanese guy, invented Bitcoin. It is a blockchain-based cryptocurrency. Means it has all the features of blockchain plus some extra features. So it follows these three criteria. Total number of tokens is fixed at 21 million. No more than 21 million tokens of Bitcoin can ever be generated. Second, rate of generation is fixed. This is ensured by proof of work, which we'll come to know what is that in upcoming sessions or later slides of this session. And the third is it's decentralized. Its generation and its total amount, it is not governed by any central authority. Totally decentralized, totally not in the hands of some supreme power. Also, it's very easy to transact. Doesn't even need a physical form to be able to transact it. And it can be transacted for very small amounts too. So any cryptocurrency or majorly the biggest Bitcoin serves very good uh, alternatives for the current existing modes of financial systems. Therefore, they are also they also have a very big scope of development in the future and usage. That's all from my side. Now we'll switch to Theo, who would tell about development part of blockchain.
Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Huh. Let's. Huh. Myself, I am Theo from first year, a core member of Blockchain Society. Vasu has explained very well until now regarding the economics of blockchain, why do we need blockchain, the importance of blockchain, why should we opt towards blockchain and Web3, revolutionizing from Web 1.0 towards Web 3.0. So let me start with a question. So what you really understood by the term blockchain until now? Let us go a little bit into technology and development part, how the blockchain works and all. Can anyone tell me what do they mean by blockchain or what they understood until now? Anyone? Just your understanding about blockchain. Okay, let me tell you. Blockchain is nothing but a collection of nodes. Now you can ask me here, Theo, what are nodes? Nodes are nothing but computers. Let's imagine them as computers located in different parts of world, where each and every computer will be having a copy of a same contract. So now you'll ask me, hey, Theo, what is contract? Contract is nothing but a signed agreement from a user to a blockchain. Blockchain is nothing but a special environment, or it's a special ecosystem. It's a special technological platform where the user will be sending or storing or making their contracts or making transactions to the blockchain. So basically, blockchain is nothing but a collection of nodes, where nodes can be assumed as computers located in different parts of world, and then each and every computer will be having the copy of the same data, so that data can be verified always, and then nobody can even have access to manipulate the data. So if somebody tries to access one of the computer and then change the data, we'll be having the data in remaining computers as well, so that we can validate the information and then we can correct our systems. So the key points about blockchain is it is self-contained ecosystem. Blockchain is very much self-contained. Self-contained means the blockchain doesn't have, it doesn't at all react with the real world. It's a separate ecosystem, completely different from the real world technologies or real world browsers or whatever real world applications and all what we are seeing. It's a complete different ecosystem. It's a separate ecosystem. It doesn't even interact with the real world aspects or events. And second thing is it has immutable records. The records can never be manipulated, and then trustless environment. So you can never have compromise issues with trust. You can never uh, feel doubtful about the technology or doubtful about your uh, data being stolen or being modified. So let us get into the development part. So in this in the coming sessions and all, we'll be dealing with dApps, which are decentralized applications, and smart contracts. Decentralized applications are nothing but applications which run on decentralized networks like blockchain. We'll be running those applications on blockchain. So, for example, consider we will be making a selling platform or something. Instead of making it in normal application like Amazon or Flipkart, we'll be making it in decentralized platform like blockchain, so that the users can buy or purchase, sell, and then buy their items in a decentralized way where there is no single authority existing. And then the other thing is smart contracts. Smart contracts can simply be stated as these are trust minimized agreements between user and company or whatsoever. Just imagine for now as these are agreements between user and a company, and then these can never be modified, and these are truly decentralized, and then once they are deployed they can never be modified. These are such kind of contracts. Like in real world we can try to manipulate the contract, and then at the end we can compromise with the contract, and we can say to the user that we are not interested to fulfill your contract and all. But such kind of issues will never be happening in smart contracts. So these are about smart contracts. Those are written agreements. These are typically in text form. So basically, we'll be writing a code. The smart contract is nothing but a code, but we'll be writing it in technological platforms like Solidity and all. So we'll be interacting with the blockchain through this smart contracts. These are nothing but a few lines of code. Like if you want to send money from one particular person to the other particular person, we'll be writing it in the form of a code so that this gets executed in a decentralized platform, and then nobody can stop it. And then these are self-executing. Nobody will initiate. Whenever the terms and agreements are met, whenever the conditions are met, they will automatically execute, and then nobody will stop it. These are such kind of decentralized platforms, and these are decentralized applications, like how I discussed about the platforms, selling platforms, which are different from traditional platforms such as Amazon and Flipkart. These are decentralized applications. We'll be dealing with decentralized financing. Decentralized matlab the authority doesn't exist in single person's hand. The authority never exist in single person's hand, and then it is split over the whole community of the blockchain. And then we'll be doing those payments with these MetaMask wallets. These are extensions which we'll be doing in the coming sessions. So I request everybody to add this MetaMask wallet extension to their browser. Just go and search in the browser regarding MetaMask wallet, and then add this to your browser. So this is a wallet. This, typically we'll be sending and receiving money through this particular wallet. In future, we will be adding few testnet Ethereum money to this wallet, and then doing some contracts in future. So let me tell you, let me clear your understanding about blockchain through an example. I'll tell you a story of a crop insurance where one person is Roshan and the other person is Ritik. So Roshan has his crop insurance registered in Web 1.0 platform, which is typically a current platform, like how the agreements and insurances were running now. So that's a Web 1 platform. And then Web 3 platform is futuristic platform, which is blockchain platform. Like Ritik registered his crop insurance in blockchain platform, and then Roshan registered his crop insurance in the current world, like how the insurances were running now. In such kind of a platform, Roshan registered his crop insurance. So what happened? This crop insurance states that if a particular farmer field is not having favorable climatic conditions, like if they are not having proper rainfall, or if they are not having proper conditions which are favorable for the crop growth, so this company will automatically validate the data, the weather data, and then sending them crop insurance, like money for their crop if they are having any losses. So this is this crop insurance thing. So what happens is Roshan registered his crop insurance in Web 1, and then Ritik registered his crop insurance in blockchain. So how does crop insurance work in the real world, like the current world? So in Web 1.0, like the current insurances platforms and all, a single source, like the insurance company will go and then contact a weather application platform. Like they will ask, hey, can you please give us the rainfall data of on that particular year, so that we want to give insurance to our Ritik or Roshan, whoever it might be. So this insurance company will contact the some single source, where it might be some meteorological, some weather company. So they will be sending this data, like they will send that we received this kind of information, like there is 5 mm rainfall or through that particular month or through that particular day, and they will be sending it in a paper agreement, and then company will receive that this much rainfall has happened on that particular year, and then based on that the insurance company will be giving some the money for this farmer. And then if at all they receive some false data regarding rainfall, so if they receive data stating that yeah, in that particular year there is very much good amount of rainfall, then the insurance company will definitely not give the farmer any insurance. So there is no proper decentralized method, there is no proper pure method of giving farmers the right insurance. So this is how Web 1 deals. So how can we eliminate this issue? This is really a bad contract. What if the source provides false data to the company, and then the company will not pay insurance to the farmer? And what if the insurance company tries to compromise with the source, like the person who is sending data, and then they falsely interpret and then tell that we got you had really good amount of rainfall, and then we are not going to pay you any amount of crop insurance. So this is really a bad contract. So how can we eliminate this particular issue? So this particular issue can be eliminated by Web3, which is blockchain. So how does a blockchain work? So I'll tell you regarding this. So this is called as sub Oracle network. Like this is also similar to blockchain. There are different computers. Consider these blocks as different computers situated in different parts of world, and then each and every computer, when the company in the contract asks for the data, when then each and every computer will be sending their respective data. Like one company will say, we have data regarding this, like there is 12 rainfall on that particular year, and then other company will say there is 20 rainfall in that particular year, and then other company will say 15 rainfall, and then based on all these data, the single node, like one computer validates all this data and then says which is correct. Like there are 12 rainfall received from many of the computers, so one of the computer will say like 12 rainfall is the validated data. This can be considered as the approximate evaluation of rainfall in that particular month or day, and then it validates that particular data and then sends in a single contract to a blockchain. Contract means it sends a data to the blockchain, and then this blockchain then sends automatically insurance to the farmer based on the rainfall. If the rainfall is less, automatically the blockchain will send the money to the farmer and then inform the company. So here there is no intermediate, any intermediate like company manipulating the data and all. So this is how Web3 works. And then, as I said, you blockchain doesn't interact with real world data. It's completely separate ecosystem from real world. And then, there should be someone to bridge this gap. Like the blockchain should also know what's happening in real world. Like how much is the dollar price, and then what is the amount of rainfall in the case of crop insurance company, and all. So blockchain needs some platform to interact with real world data. And then the bridging gap is fulfilled by oracles. Like how I said, oracle network is something like this, like a few computers sending real world data to the blockchain. Real world data implies something like rainfall or something like what is the US dollar price, current US dollar price. As you know, prices will be fluctuating always. What is the current US dollar price, and then what is current rainfall and all. So this is called as oracle network, like few computers, collection of computers. So this will be sending the validated data to the blockchain. So that's what is oracle networks. These are bridging gaps between real world and blockchain, and then that's how oracle networks work. They verify the real data, validate, and then send it to blockchain. And also it is more secure. There is no point of failure. If at all there is failure from one node, it can validate from multiple nodes and then send the data to the blockchain, and it is purely decentralized. So this is what is about blockchain. We went a little bit under the hood regarding the understanding of blockchain, how it works, and then what really blockchain is. And then here are few softwares and resources which we will be coming across in the coming sessions maybe. So one of them is Ganache. Ganache is a open source software for the blockchain, through which we'll be interacting with blockchain. This is a physical source, like we can see how the transactions were happening between blockchain and a person. We can see it in a clear form instead of having the things happening under the hood. We can see them physically on our computers, how the things were working. And then Chainlink is a platform for the, yeah, Kunal, what's your doubt? So Chainlink is a, okay, we'll come for the session now. Chainlink is a oracle network. So it will be sending the real world data to the blockchain. And Solidity is the language which we'll be using to code the smart contract. And then Hard Hat is an environment. So it's an environment that helps us to interact with the contracts, like the coders to help interact with the contracts. And then Free Code Camp is the free resource coding channel that is available for us, everyone. And we can just go across this channel, and then there are few resources available regarding blockchain technologies and all. We can go through that particular channel and then see if at all something is available. Now we will have few Q&A sessions. If at all anybody want to talk regarding the development in blockchain, and if they want to make their career in blockchain. And we also have few projects which we will be aiming at. We have not decided yet, but we are thinking to make some decentralized applications, one for the MS system maybe, and the other for some selling right platform, something like Amazon and all. We'll be making a decentralized selling platform and a decentralized web applications, few web applications. So anybody can, now we will have a Q&A session. Anybody can ask some questions if at all they have any. Kunal, you are asking something?
I'll read out. I'll read out his question. His question is: since the central authority is absent, wouldn't there
Huh.
be lack of uniformity in policies? Great question. Uh, yeah, Theo.
Wouldn't there be lack of uniformity in policies? Yes.
हाँ हाँ
Basically, as I said, blockchain is purely decentralized. Like no single authority can change the data or manipulate the data. And then the way we interact with the blockchain is through smart contracts. Smart contract is nothing but a set of commands that we want to execute so that nobody will influence the changes. Like in between, I can't say that I don't want to execute this particular contract or this particular line in that. I don't want to pay to the farmers, to the insurance company. Nobody can stop it. Once the contract is deployed, it is purely decentralized and then it is distributed all over the nodes. I'm giving an example. It is distributed all over the computers. Nobody can change it. No insurance company can change it. No farmer can change it. So it automatically executes when the time comes, when the necessary conditions are met. And then the farmer is paid regularly. So coming to this, it is decentralized and then there is no lack of that, the issues that you were telling regarding the decentralization and all. It is purely based on the contracts and then the commands in it.
Yes, and let me also add a point to this. Actually, a very good observation, because this is the reason why sometimes blockchain networks are slow compared to existing networks. The primary focus here is security, and speed is a secondary concern. So this can be one explanation. This is also a job of blockchain developer, so as to optimize the time required for uh, all the transactions to take place very fast. As we have already taken care of the security, all the rules have been decided beforehand. So any policy is not subject to any change during the process. That is the case. So every rule has been already decided, but that becomes a con that it cannot be amended in between the transactions or in between the process. Also, every node has to give a consensus to validate a particular transaction. So yeah, that is where the job of blockchain engineers come in to optimize this whole process.
Do anybody have any doubts or questions regarding this? Or at least have you got the idea regarding how the blockchain works? Huh. I will we will share these slides in the groups so you can read the sections once. So I think we explained you how the blockchain and economics, how the things work under the hood. So you can ask for 2 minutes if you have any questions, or else we will uh, give hand over the session to Arya Bhaiya. Do anybody have any questions? Okay, Arya Bhaiya. Let's hand over the session to Arya Bhaiya.
Uh, Hello everyone. I am Arya Lanchevar. Uh, Theo, can you, yeah, Vasu, can you present uh, the Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank every one of you for your presence. Today marks the beginning of what could be an exciting journey into the world of blockchain technology. And here at BIB, we are committed to supporting you every step of your way. Our summer bootcamp serves as a launching pad for your blockchain journey, offering a plethora of resources and sessions designed to equip you with the knowledge and skills you need to thrive in this field. For insights into the current state of blockchain by industry experts to guidance on choosing your path, whether it's landing a job, freelancing, or starting your own business, we have got you covered. But our support doesn't end there. Like, as you know, as software engineers, it's essential not only to master coding, but also to stay updated on the latest technologies and trends. That's why we have established a vibrant blockchain community across platforms like WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. So, yeah, joining our community ensures you are always in the loop within the latest updates, technological advancements, and discussions surrounding blockchain. In addition, we'll be providing the best resources within our community, empowering you to continue your journey independently. So I invite each of you to become a part of the BIB community. And finally, regarding the next session, we have invited an industry expert to talk about the current session of blockchain and how to step into the world of blockchain. So basically, the aim of the session is to guide you to get started and decide how you want to choose your career path in blockchain. So this session will take place next Wednesday, and we will be sharing all the details on mail and on our community as well. So once again, thank you everyone for your presence. Thank you.
Okay, we'll end the meeting now. Thanks everyone.
Thanks all. Everyone, please do join the WhatsApp community so that you can stay updated with the bootcamp. You will get notifications there also.
And all the community joining links are in the chat, so you can also join from there.